Hey everyone, it's Maureen. I wanted to show a little bit of progress regarding the doll journey for this week's video. Happy April Fools for those who celebrate. I'm not really a jokester trickster type of person, so to speak, so not my cup of tea, but for those who enjoy, have fun. What I wanted to show you was the progress that I have been making. Our sort of Elizabethan friend back there in the corner, she's pretty much ready for her set of stays, as well as her blonde-haired friend in the front. The newest one that I happen to have is our friend right here, who is unfortunately a bit naked, but she is the smallest out of the doll kits that I have at this point. So our lovely friend here, as well as our friends right here, are the doll kits that I purchased from Yield House. Juliet in the back, that is the name of her kit, is Juliet. So I'm going to go with everybody's names as normal. So this is Martha. She would have been the Martha Washington kit. It's who we have here because silver-haired ladies need to be represented as well. And then this is Abigail, even though, as I had shown on some prior posts, she definitely could be dressed up like an Elizabethan lady. I really do enjoy the Yield House kits because I really enjoy the paint and the subtle makeup that they do with these dolls. Now, our friend right here is from the Shackman collection of kits that can be made into dolls as well. I really like her. She's supposed to be Josephine, so that's what her name is going to be. And in this case, they really went with Shackman. They went a little heavier on the eye makeup, so you do have a lot more black around the eyes, which does narrow them a little bit. It applies in real life makeup, so I guess you could say it definitely applies to doll making too. But still, I think it makes her look a little sleepy, but it's all right. Other than that, I really love the rest of the makeup. This is Marie. Now, she's supposed to be Mary, Queen of Scots, but I'm going to call her Marie. And she's another Shackman doll, but if you notice, they went a little lighter on some of the makeup. There's a lot more blue in the sclera of the eye. I don't know why they went so blue, but I think some of this just has to do with mass production and paint. But I do love her lipstick. That is just a really beautiful color. So she has a bun more in the back of her head. Josephine's is a bit more forward, but we could still work on hats with these two for sure. I'm probably going to do more of a bun cover for our Elizabethan friend there in the back. And this is another Shackman kit. So if you noticed, yet again, we have a lot more blue in the sclera, unfortunately, with this one. They just didn't really seem to narrow down the iris on some of the painting with these. Now, she happens to have a nice crown braid, so yet again, it's in the back of the head. We could definitely do a Renaissance hat of some form and be able to pull it off well. I gave her a very simple shirt. I didn't really do a ruffled collar. I may do a ruffled collar since I'm doing 1560s at some point. I just have to gather up all the lace and then just stitch it onto this particular collar. We'll do the job. Of course, so we have our friend Martha here, who is from the Yield House kit. So, and then we have Juliet in the back, which is somewhat close to the image on her particular kit from Yield House as well. So, but you can really tell the difference in the paint though. These two being Yield House, this being Yield House, and then when you compare it to what you're seeing on the Shackman kits, it's a definite difference. Still nice dolls, still nice hairstyles and sculpting. I'd say with the Shackman kits, a little bit of the painting leaves a little bit to be desired. I do like the Yield House a little bit better in that case for the painting situation. But this is more or less where we're at. The goal is going to be making sets of stays. In the 1560s and 1570s, you really see a transition. It's still a lot of very supportive kirtles. So that could be the next layer here, is a supportive kirtle for everybody where it's nice and tight and snug. The set of Elizabethan stays doesn't really come in till about 1600, so late 1590s. I can make a set of stays for these ladies just for the fun of it. And I think what I'm going to do, even though it would be a little late for them, but granted these are in my personal collection, it's not something that I'm doing for an SCA related research project. So if I want to make 5 sets of miniature stays, why on earth not? So what I will do is use the hemp cording like I used in the skirts here. These have hemp cording on the inside. I will probably go ahead and use that same hemp cording in a sandwiched set of stays. At the very least, do the front and then lace them in the back. I could do front lacing if I really wanted to. I'm still making choices and decisions on all of that at this point. But that's where we're at in this process. So I wanted to do particular ones from different countries. So our friend Abigail over there is of course going to be England. Josephine was going to be France, but I'm thinking that I might have Marie dressed up in the appropriate French outfit. We also have a German related 1560s outfit. I'm doing posts actually on all of these, so you will be seeing it. So we have 6 friends here, and I'm going to try to do a 1560s style from each country. Now granted, keep in mind Juliet's from 1490 for Italy, so I'm thinking that I will do a 1560s Italy will be one of these. Let's see, so it's Germany, Italy, France, and then England. So I have to make another decision basically as to what I want to do for one of these dolls, because I really have 4 set out right now. I might be able to do an Icelandic one, but a lot of the styles translate from country to country, especially on the continent. You might see different sleeves or different colors chosen or different materials for different eras. So I'll have to do a little bit more research, but I have at least 4 of the girls are definitely set to go for dresses. And there will be velvet, lots of it. So it should create some very beautiful, voluminous, wonderful skirts of awesomeness. And I had my other dolls here on my dresser, and they were great. But I like to change it out. So the cool thing is they're put away safely in a tote so the cats can't get to them. And then that's what I will do with these ladies, is I'll be able to either put them in I have a nice curio cabinet behind me here, so they can either go in the curio cabinet with some of my other dolls, or I might have to end up finding a tote for these ladies too, which would be fine as well, just so they have a safe storage for when they're not out. I would like to get a very nice, pretty curio cabinet to keep the dust off of them, but room is a thing. It's a bit at a premium when you're in a small house. So something I'm looking at, and going to take my time on picking any piece of furniture that would be used for displaying these guys, and possibly displaying the miniatures the miniature war game figurines that my husband collects and plays with. So options. But anyway, I wanted to show you some progress as to what we're up to. I hope that you have a great day, whatever you happen to be doing. If you liked this video, please consider liking or subscribing. I upload every other Friday, and we have just little bits of fun here. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.